Some people call it Run Dung. Others say Fling Mi Far. These are two phrases that describe this one Jamaican authentic dish. So yes guys, mackerel rundown is what I'm gonna prepare for you today. I am also gonna show you my version of this golden fried festival, and I'm having this dish with a side of sliced avocado and fried plantains. Let's jump right into the video and get things started. These are the ingredients that I'm gonna use. I may add other ingredients later, but let's wait and see. So we need bell peppers. I'm using 3 different colors. If you have one, that is perfect. I'm also gonna use some lemon juice. If you have lime, that will be perfect. If you what's up with this word perfect today? If you know anything about mackerel, it has this distinctive taste. So some acidic ingredient will bring some freshness to this dish. You need scotch bonnet. If you have habanero or cayenne, that will work. Up to the thyme, you know we have to use some thyme. Tomato. Chop your tomato seed in. That's gonna give the sauce, bring the sauce to another level. We need onion, and I may use the shallot, not sure yet. Garlic, of course, you can't leave that out. And in this bag I have some grated ginger that's going in as well. Was so excited to start preparing the mackerel, but guys, it almost spoiled my day. You know, when you buy mackerel, because of its strong scent, you don't want to be touching on it. So when I purchased this mackerel, I have them bag it and I just throw it in a plastic bag and I went home. Now that I'm removing it from the bag, guys, the scent is really off. It is so strong and I knew something was wrong. But take a look at this. Oh my God, what the hell is this? This is no good. So you know what, I'm just gonna throw it down the disposal. I cannot eat this. So what I did was to go back to the store, explain to the lady what happened. She apologized and she exchanged the mackerel for this one. Now take a look at this one and you're gonna see the big difference. Look at this, so fresh. Oh my God. So yeah, I was pleased that the exchange went through successful, win-win for both persons. Next, what I'm doing here is removing the excess salt. I'm going to scald this off, but at first I'm adding some vinegar to the water. Guys, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term scald. It's something like blanching. It's a word my grandmother always used. I'm gonna scald the salt off. Now I'm going to start working on making these golden deliciousness called festivals. I'm going to walk you through how I make the dough and I'm gonna share the ingredients that I use. We need 1.5 cup all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups cornmeal, and this is the rough cornmeal, tablespoon butter, tablespoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and I'm using evaporated milk to put this together. We need vanilla. I'm using what's this called, imitation vanilla, so I'm dumping a whole bunch of it. Put everything together. And guys, I forgot the sugar. I'm using 1/2 cup granulated sugar. Combine the dough using the evaporated milk. Of course you can use water, but I want mine to be a little more, how would I put it? I want some, I don't know what I want, but evaporated milk sounds good, and that's what I'm using. Like I always say, add your liquid in small increments so you don't end up with this that I have here, a paste. But guys, even if it does look like this, you can simply add a little more flour and it will bring the dough back together. This feels much more like it. So guys, if you're making your dough and it becomes too sticky, just add some more flour and you're good to go. On a clean surface, I'm going to knead the dough for 5 minutes. Don't skip this step because it's very important. It's going to strengthen your dough and it's going to give it structure, so that when we make our festival, add it to the oil, the dough doesn't fall apart. All right, after we finish kneading, we're going to put it to rest. And next I'm going to start working on the rundown. Fish is finished scalding. The excess salt has been removed. Now I'm going to start picking the fish. Picking the fish simply means breaking it up into pieces. I noticed that the fish has some white stuff on the surface, so I'm simply washing that off. Now I'm going to remove the bones from the fish. I'm using my fingers to navigate the lining of the fish so I can feel for those big long bones. You see them? Yeah, we need to get them out as much as possible. Guys, you know what I've never seen? I've never seen boneless mackerel. Have you ever seen it? If you have, let me know in the comment section down below, because trust me, it will take all this extra work away. Once you think all the bones are removed, start breaking your fish into pieces. I'm doing big chunks because this stew is gonna boil for a little bit in the coconut milk, and so I don't want it to be mushy at the end of cooking it. Let me show you something. This fish head, I'm removing the eyes and the cheeks. It's a must that it goes into my stew. I absolutely love this part. Guys, so many memories are coming back just preparing this mackerel. You see this right here? It was the grand prize for us as children. And we would literally fight for this main bone of the mackerel. What my grandmother had to do was to break it up in pieces so everybody could get some bone from the mackerel. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the saltiness of it that really get us going, but it was absolutely one of my fondest memories of eating mackerel as a child. The dough is still resting, so we're gonna start making the rundown. To a hot skillet, I'm adding coconut oil, thyme, and you see this is fennel seed. I have been cooking with fennel seed a lot recently because I found out that it tastes so great with my savory dishes. So I think it will be perfect for this mackerel rundown. I'm going to let these toast off for a few minutes before adding the remaining ingredients. Now I'm dumping all the ingredients in. I did use the shallot, guys. So it's shallot, onion, bell pepper, garlic, and what again? Oh yes, and tomatoes, and of course the ginger paste. And we're going to saute these down. Once it's finished sauteing, we're going to add the coconut milk. Now I'm adding my scotch bonnet pepper, and as you can see, guys, there's a lot of activity going on here with the coconut milk and the herbs and aromatics. And now it's the time I'm going to add my mackerel. As you will know when your rundown is ready, for one, the sauce will be thicker and this excess water will be reduced drastically, just like what you're seeing here. I have a handful of cilantro. Hey Jamaicans, don't bash me right now, because I want to add the cilantro to my rundown. To each his own, I'm using cilantro in mine. I almost forgot the pimento seed, and I'm adding some garlic salt, because I boil out all the salt out of the mackerel. So I am basically finished. As you can see, I'm removing the thyme stems, and the sauce has been reduced down to gravy. I love what I'm seeing. Remember that lemon I showed you earlier? Now is the time I'm going to squeeze that juice over the rundown sauce and the stew and all of the goodness right in this pot. And that's it for the rundown. My festival is 1, 2, 3 right now. The oil is already heated. I just pinch a piece of the dough, roll it in my hand until it has this shape. You see how simple that is? It is very flavorful dough. All the ingredients that I use, oh my god, I know it's gonna be delicious. I sometimes use lasco in my festival. It adds a lot of flavor to it. If you don't know what lasco is, It's a powdered milk and it comes in different flavor. I always use the vanilla flavor. Guys, Lasco is an ideal substitute if you don't have evaporated milk. And in goes a festival. Guys, it is that simple. There are a few things to consider when frying these festivals. Add small amount in your pot because after a while they become very puffy. You see that? And also remember, we use sugar in the ingredients, so the outer appearance of the festival may look golden very quickly, but inside may be raw. What I did was to fry them on medium heat and just turn them gradually so that the inside of the festivals will be well cooked. For the 1.5 cup flour that I use, I got 8 festivals out of that, which is perfect for 2 people. Once they're finished frying, I'm going to remove them from the oil and let them drain on paper towel. Guys, that's it. This is how I throw down my mackerel rundown and my festivals. I'll be having this for brunch today because most of the mornings I skip breakfast. And guess what? I'll see you soon for another incredible recipe. So what good? Peace.